It looks like there are magical scorch marks leading this way. Who's there?
It's me, Commander.
Keith. Bennett said he saw you.
Are you...
Trying to figure out why the explosion reversed itself, and the trail led me here. Look at these marks. Could these have been made by a torrent of magic?
Possibly. You think something or someone was behind this? Or was it a natural disaster?
Seems like an awfully odd natural disaster. You saw what happened, right?
I've recently learned to not always rely on my senses. They can betray you.
This pedestal seems to be the nexus of it all. Let's look around and...
Trevor!
Incoming!
Did you see that?
That bloodstone explosion seemed to trigger some sort of magical echo.
I couldn't really tell what was happening.
Let's find some more bloodstone and see if we can recreate it. Get a clearer picture. This could give us an insight on why the blast reversed itself. Bloodstone pieces next to this staircase. How did you end up down here?
I was returning from the grove when I saw the explosion on the horizon. I wasn't going to leave it uninvested.
Just a bunch of weapons. Good work getting this deep into the crater. Must have been moving like a shadow out there.
It's what I do. I'll hold my I told you so.
Keith, over here. Business in the grove.
I was visiting the pale tree.
How is she after Mordremoth's death?
Ailing, but recovering. They're not well enough to give me the guidance I needed.
Sorry to hear that.
It's... back to the task at hand. Those explosions exposed some more bloodstones.
It's a note. Must have survived in this chest.
What's it say?
It was the White Mantle, all right. Apparently, they've been prodding the Bloodstone for some time now, but it also hints at some sort of splintering within their group and a divisive leader. Must be Cauticus.
The Legate Minister? I should stalk my divinity's reach more often. Into the loop.
Bloodstone, under this table. More bloodstone here. Can't believe this operation was happening under our noses this whole time. This doesn't look good. bush. Back up! Back up!
Commander, before we go any further...
Here? Why would I expect any different? Your timing has always been perfect.
See, that's why I have to speak now. I know you're still upset with me, and you have every right to be. I can't take back what happened, but I can tell you I know what I did was wrong, and I'm sorry. My wild hunt, Mordremoth's voice, they were tearing at each other, and sometimes I didn't know which was which. I was very confused, and I felt like the only person I could trust was me.
That's the very time you should have leaned on your friends.
Don't you see? I didn't know who my friends were. Enemies, friends, even Fowler. It was all grey. I wish I would have trusted you, but I didn't. And now that's in the past. All I can do is hope you'll forgive me in the future.
Keith!
You don't have to respond now. I want you to think about it, so your decision is considered.
Okay, well, let's see if our little experiment works. Ready? I'll take care of releasing their magic.
Then what?
Then we cross our fingers that we jumpstart the magic echo and don't blow ourselves to smithereens. What was that? What happened?
Where you were standing, there was only a brilliant light devouring magic. Then some people behind the light didn't look so lucky. These silhouettes.
They must have been vaporized by the blast.
Who would have done this purposefully?
Someone who just absorbed the lion's share of a bloodstone's worth of magic. Could have been Cauticus. I have to find Canuck and warn him, if he's still alive.
Are you up there?
Sounds like someone's looking for me.
Commander, Canuck ordered us to find you. Minister Cauticus is in the area.
He's alive. I need to tell him about what we just witnessed. Point me in the right direction. Keith?
You know what? I think I'll stay a moment. Maybe poke around some more.
Are you sure? Will you be okay?
It's fine, Commander. Remember? I'm a shadow.
That's how it's done. Glad to see you're alive. I was afraid you'd been caught in the blast.
We almost were, but then, not.
Me too. Your troops?
Some of them are still looking for you, and the rest are forming a perimeter around this place. I wanted to deal with the minister privately. I really only need you there to corroborate events, should they go south. Plus, I ran into these two delinquents and figured Dragon's Watch could certainly handle it.
Marjorie, Redlock, showed up just in time to help us track down Cauticus.
It was all anyone could talk about in Divinity's reach. Canuck, you're here under the orders
Countess Anise is very concerned about Cauticus's well-being. I'm to return him home, unless the innocent until proven guilty minister does something to change those plans.
She must be very hopeful your plans change.
I was instructed to be tight-lipped about it. But I will say this. Yes.
Before we find him, Cauticus may have been the someone who consumed the Bloodstone's magic. If it's true, he may be a little stronger than we all remember.
If he did, we can't just let him loose on Kryta. Or maybe all of Tyria is his prize this time.
I only want to be off Anis's leash. Saving the world would just be a corollary benefit.
For Kryta!
We have company!
No one crosses the White Mantle!
I'll surely succeed where others fail!
Running out of endurance. These White Mantle guards aren't affected by the Bloodstone like the others I've fought. They must have arrived after the explosion.
Then they came with Cauticus. We're close. Watch your step. Whatever this place
That one
was,
snuck up
it was
on
meant
me.
to keep the unwary at bay. So close to this bloodstone. Strength has left my limbs.
Any counter magic measures up your sleeve?
Nice work. Now, if I could persuade you to take care of the others.
Countering the magic of these bloodstones returns whatever magical properties it absorbed. And I know a certain big-eared Asura who'd love to be here to study this.
I heard that!
Perfect. Cheers.
How do we bring him down?
These bloodstones draw off the mantle. We can catch the shield in flux. whatever energy gets nearby.
If the commander is right about Cauticus absorbing bloodstone magic, that may prove handy.
Work faster! These bloodstones won't collect themselves!
Sounds like we might have something ahead.
Let me take the lead, Ritlock. I was given specific orders on how this was supposed to be executed, and I don't need you to defile it with your inclination to blindly smite.
If that's a blindfold crack.
Care to take the door, Commander? Minister Cauticus, you have obviously... Oh, he's not here. Ritlock, smite away.
You'll never take him! Do you actually think this is
Yours to keep, fanatic.
tougher than Magic from bloodstones empowers me! What do you have? Nothing! I feel the magic being drained from me. I won't be stopped here! I feel the magic being drained from me. I won't be stopped here! Kill the fool before my shield is drained again!
Why do you think Cauticus wanted them to collect bloodstones?
Hopefully to weigh his pockets down while he jumped in a lake.
He can't be far now. Move along, everyone.
Loose magic. magic here has certainly turned this area into a war zone.
So, Commander, you really think Caudicus caused the blast to reverse itself?
Possibly. Kaith and I found Ground Zero and determined something or someone soaked up the lion's share of magic.
His escape does seem conveniently timed to be in the right place at the right time.
Kaith, what was she doing here?
Investigating the blast. She asked I forgive her for stealing the egg and everything.
I don't know if I'd be able to. I don't think people can change that much.
Ever the cynic.
See? Point proven. I'll never change either. Ask Casimir.
It would be hard for me to blame Kaith for her actions while Mordremoth was alive. But let's save the philosophical arguments until after the minister is dealt with.
Then let's lay the man to rest.
I think you mean return him to safety.
I'll never understand human politics.
Why do I look like I'm repeating myself? You follow my orders! I don't know where these delusions are coming from. There is one white mantle. Do you hear me? One!
Minister, I understand, but...
But... Quiet! Now tell me again what this pile of rocks can do. Are there magic words? How powerful is it? Well?
That's him, all right.
Reminds me of a boss I had at the cotton candy stands when I was younger.
Everyone ready to crash his party? Time for your foot key, Commander. Minister Caudicus, you've obviously been taken prisoner by these white mantle zealots. I'm here to rescue you and return you to the royal palace.
Let's drop the charade, shall we, you ignorant leaf? I will not be returning to Divinity's Reach until I wear the crown.
So I'm clear. You're admitting you're associated with the White Mantle?
Are you quite touched? I'm their supreme leader, and they will carry me all the way to the throne of Kryta.
Commander, did you witness that?
I did.
Then by the providence granted to me by Countess Anise, I hereby pass sentence on you, Caudicus Beetlestone. Today is your last day on Tyria. Allow my blade to bid you farewell.
Get them! Turn this thing on!
How about you?
What do you think of my latest find, Commander?
Absorb the Bloodstone's magic. Otherwise, he'd be down here himself.
And we are its rightful heirs.
You are a heretic, Caudicus, and you shall lead no white mantle, for I am their god.
What? It can't be.
I am the last Mersat. Many years ago, you knew me as Lazarus the Dyer. I have returned from the brink of existence.
No! You are a false god! The White Mantle is mine! Don't listen to him!
Empty words, formed by the forked tongue of a snake. The human seat of power and its current monarch are inconsequential. We are destined to face more virtuous pursuits. My true believers, you're welcome to seek shelter in my light. To those who doubt, you're welcome to burn.
Canuck, go now!
Don't stand there with your mouth agape! Get me out of here!
No! Ah, Mesmers! Sorry, Marjorie, no offense to Kaz.
Helpful if they're on your side. Annoying if they're not. I understand.
That looks valuable.
He's gone.
I'm sorry, Canuck. However, I can help to catch him.
Doesn't look like there's any sign of Lazarus either. The Mersat alive. We should immediately warn the Queen, but he appeared to be disinterested in Kreda.
Surprisingly different from the last time the Mersat were sticking their creepy bird feet where they didn't belong.
Marjorie, weren't you just saying something about people not being able to change?
A virtuous pursuit can mean a lot of things to a Mersat. But I'll admit, I'm curious.
Yeah, they might think it's noble to make a necklace out of your teeth.
With Codicus not displaying any signs of excess power, I think we have to assume Lazarus was the one behind the blast. We need to find him. Get an idea of what he's planning to do with all that magic.
Codicus will want to hunt him down too. He won't readily surrender control of the White Mantle. One will inevitably lead us to the other.
Then this will be a good way to start the new guild. A crisis. But hopefully not a world-ending crisis.
It's how I prefer my crises.
Commander, can you read me? I have some news.
I'm here, Tiny. What do you have?
Something possibly slightly, marginally cataclysmic. I managed to finally get detailed lay readings from the map and determined, well...
What is it?
Primordis is active.
A dragon and a Mersat. Can't help but feel like we're surrounded.
One more thing for my list of accomplishments.
Looks like it's time to test the new guild's mettle. Into the fire we go.
I understand your priority will be the dragon. Mine, however, is unfortunately spoken for.
last time.
Forced to mingle with the rabble.
Final phase complete. Passcode accepted. Gate relay 04687 activated.
Timmy, please tell me there was some sort of calculations error. Primordius is really active?
An error? You think I made it? Hey, good to see you too.
Sorry. I didn't think we'd be dealing with another dragon so soon.
About that, I have some good news and bad news.
What's the bad news?
Great idea. Good news first. Ha! Feast your eyes and blindfolds on this.
Different tile on the ground. Impressive.
No! This is another one of Rada Novus's secrets I discovered. Stand there and you'll be ported to this crazy simulation room the Novans developed but never finished.
And you finished it?
Well, no, I couldn't, figure it out.
What's that?
I couldn't figure it out, okay? Just so happens to fall outside my giant, incredibly deep pool of knowledge. Whatever, it works now. I called in Moto, an Asura with some experience in that realm. He got it up and running for me.
What's it do?
It can process numerous experimental theories, but the Rada Novans developed it to test themselves against various Primordus minions. Want to check it out?
Sure. It'll be helpful to find out what we're about to go up against.
Perfect! It'll also help me run some numbers and see what the room's capable of. It's booting up, please. Okay, wave 1 incoming, folks!
Ready, Ritlock?
It's fake fighting. How hard can it be?
I'll note any patterns or specific attacks I see while you're taking care of business. They'll only help us out when we face the real deal.
For the Legion.
Done some amazing work here. Do you ever sleep?
No time for that, Commander. It was one thing going against Mordremoth. Of course, you want to save the planet, but being Asura and facing Primordus...
Well, I hope you know we're all behind you. I thought we had our hands full with Cauticus and Lazarus, but I think we can squeeze in a quick trip to the Shiver Peaks to take down a dragon.
Well,
That looks
there's a
valuable.
little more I haven't told you yet. According to what I documented, Primordus is awake. You know this. But here's the more part. It's moved! Tunneled its way down to the Fire Islands, south of Maguma.
If we know where it is now, let's just go knock on its door and give it a welcome basket.
Why did it move?
I posit Mordremoth's death and the subsequent magic release must have jump-started Primordus. And then, with a lot of energy pooling in the south, what better place to feed?
So it relocated to get more powerful. Great.
I need to tell you? Just a tiny bit more. It's the bad news part.
Go on.
You ready for this? I don't think you're ready for this. Maybe you should sit down. No, stand. Stay standing. Okay, here it is. Jormag is also active.
What? How can you be sure? I thought most of this tech was focused on Primordus.
Brown sent a letter from the Shiver Peaks.
What did it say?
Jormag is active, Brown. He's a Norn of few words.
2 dragons at once.
Yeah, but there's a silver lining. Neither one has gone all Mordremoth on us. Well, so far. There's such an excess of energy out there, all the old rulebooks are being rewritten. Oh look! The next wave is ready.
That seems out of place.
Unless they've somehow changed it.
Oh, that's Moto! I left him alone in the
How are we doing against the simulation timing?
You still don't have the high score. That belongs to Cammy, one of the Fire Island's raiding party leaders. She's super tough though, so...
Another Asura in here? I thought you were keeping all this secret.
I had to let Cammy in on it. A, she's cool, don't worry. And B, someone had to watch our backs while Moto and I got this thing up and running.
You already have people in the Fire Islands.
I have some more, let's say, trusted associates there setting up a gate and scouting. But Flaunt really organized the whole operation. Primordus' movement was something I purposely let slip. It's good because it keeps him out of my ears for a little while, and it also makes him feel like a big shot.
Only 16 years old and you're puppet mastering one of your superiors. Admirable and a little unsettling timing.
I'll soon rule you all! I'm sorry, was the comp open for that? Big bad coming up? You've generated a ton of data for me to sift through. This room could probably run any simulation I can dream up. As soon as I get Moto in here again to debug it, come on out.
Outside of a few monkey anomalies, the room was very impressive. Next time you'll have to program in some Jormag minions. Any idea what's happening with the other Elder Dragons?
Nothing on Krakatoa can ditto for... what's his name? Brain malfunction, starts with an S.
What about a weakness? All this machinery has to be good for something.
Why don't you channel some patience from the mists there, Tribune? A whole civilization of brilliant Asura couldn't find it. But yeah, I got this in 5 minutes.
Maybe if you were as open with your research as you were with your mouth, you'd have cracked it by now.
You're going to lecture me on openness? Remind me again what happened to you in the mists. Oh, that's right, Zipper Lips.
Okay, we're all on the same team here. But, have you made any progress?
Only a few huge leaps. First, remember my chalk organ?
The horribly disgusting body part of an even more horribly disgusting giant bug that you keep in the despicable blighting pod fluid? Yes, I remember. Despite desperately trying to forget.
I named it Spencer.
And it's somehow more disturbing.
Don't listen to him, Spence. Anyway, I discovered why ley energy is different when run through him. And it's paradigm shifting. The chalk feed off ley energy, right? And we know that each dragon has a domain when it comes to their magic. Zaitan's was death, obviously. Well, you know what's guaranteed to give a chalk a bad stomachache? Death magic. Spencer filters death out of ley energy.
So magic is almost like light? Broken up into a spectrum?
That's a perfect way to think about it. Magic as we know it is like white light, composed of all the different types of dragon magic. I'm a